I think we canceled one weekend there or something. I forget exactly why. People just were busy.
You had the baseball game.
That was part of it as well. I did have the baseball
He's
game.
blocking
You're
that
right.
out of his memory.
Yeah, we'll try not to think about the Phillies too much. That was just a hot mess. But even at that, I don't think we had enough anyway, even if I could have been there. Um, so yeah, so catch up, All Star, on what's been going on, right? So long story short, um, you guys got through the mountainous area, went through the desert to the first city on your list, which was Pazar. And when you got there, you saw that the city was generally buried in sand. Like you found a location, you saw tops of buildings, you saw one particular statue with an inscription under it, um, that you checked out because it was the most unburied thing in the area. And as you read the statue, the sand went out from underneath you, and you slid down to a underground temple area, which you're at right now. So you basically mucked around here. It wasn't a very big area. You came around some undead creatures, we'll call them, right? They weren't, anything anyone recognized, uh, because they're Tomb of Beast monsters, and found an area to your west, which showed, I guess, some barriers leading to a chest with what looked like a very nice gem on top. So, as you searched this area, you found a room with some mummies, which you quickly backed out of. Um, I think it was Malenko used his familiar to basically sneak into the room and read some inscriptions that were in the room, which gave hints how to, basically told you how to turn off the traps in the main room. So you disable the traps in the main room and basically picked up the stone, and then heard a quite loud, sinister laughter echo through the halls, um, and then fading out. And that's where we are.
It's all a trick. We're going to assemble the stones, and the great evil will be returned.
Wait a minute.
Hmm.
You try to return the great evil?
That's not what we're trying to do. That's what's going to happen.
Did we see? Are there any indications from those inscriptions? I saw some kind of translation back and forth in the Discord of like
Yeah,
what
I
we
was
might be up against.
I was gonna ask. Maybe we should translate what was on that thing that we fucked with, or we did the thing. You know what I mean? Like now that we picked up the crystal, maybe we should like look back. Oh wow, and just see what's going on.
Was there a
'Cause
translation in front of it? I don't recall that. Let me just take a quick look.
I'm not too sure. I think we are a little hasty and just reached for the shiny and didn't see if there was a translation on the sarcophagus or something. But it would be good to like, hindsight check now. Malenko thing.
No, all fair. So, there was there was no translation around the what you call it, around the chest container itself. On the main doors to this room going in, there was a translation, which you translated, which said, "Do not disturb the vanquished one. He is the treasure that must be kept."
So I don't know if any of us had any clues around who the vanquished one might be. If we did any like history checks or anything, or if I mean, at least we can assume it's someone dead in a sarcophagus in this temple. I'm guessing that's safe enough to assume.
Well, since you've been like rambling off to Germany for a couple of weeks, right? The most vanquished one you can think of is the reason why you were here.
Mm-hmm.
That an Efreet was
Yeah.
basically doing damage to this area. He was imprisoned, and uh,
He's going to return.
he's going to return, and
Yeah.
you guys are going to help put the Efreet back in the bottle as opposed to the genie. But I guess
Good.
you need the help of that dead wizard, who you should be able to resurrect just like
Yep.
that as soon as you get all those star gems. So I mean, it could be him. He didn't leave a calling card or anything like that, but that's the only thing that comes to mind from what you've encountered so far.
Okay, that makes sense. It might just be that it's more of kind of building that idea then, and we don't need to read too much further into it. But the other possibility, just thinking of like him being referred to as treasure, I don't know if we need to like read into that anymore. But honestly, I think it's probably fine with, at least from my perspective, like with that sort of inscription. Like I'm guess like with the context of the campaign and everything, we're probably looking at him. We want to prevent his resurrection or prevent him from being woken up again. That makes a ton of sense to me, at least. So that probably isn't directly connected to this gem that we have right now, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, the gem was very nice. So the gem, you guys are pretty well assuming, is one of the star gems.
Oh, okay, my mistake. I didn't realize it was such a okay.
It was such
yeah.
a fine gem that you picked
Mm.
up. It was so shiny, which is why the clown couldn't keep his hands off of it. Of course, I mean,
Gotcha.
assuming everything I said is true, you could argue to the wizard someday, if you resurrect him and so forth, that his vision was kind of self-fulfilling because you needed the gem to banish the genie. I mean, the Afridi, but yet one of the gems ended up being the stopper on his prison, maybe.
But the stopper's out of the bottle now, I guess. So we are I guess we should just race to the other gems. But for now, it seems like we're in this temple, so probably got to figure out our way through here first.
You've pretty much gone through this whole temple. It's a pretty small space.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I'm still catching up.
No, we understand. That's why I'm stating where you're at. We're catching you up.
Awesome. Thanks. Thank you.
No worries. Don't feel bad. And next week I'll have to catch up 2 others. So but it's all good. It's all good. That's why we added my wife into the mix, so that way we can have another person to keep the ball moving, because it has been, we all got lives, and it's been kind of a bit of a merry-go-round for all of us to a certain degree.
Yeah, momentum is a powerful thing in both directions. So
Yep.
I'm sure we'll get it rolling.
So, sorry. Have any other questions? Or Ilana, is that how you pronounce it?
Inara.
Inara.
But yeah, I think I'm mostly caught up here. I guess, Jen, the question is really for the party. Like, where to next? We're unstoppable in our goals here, it seems. So Inara blinks and we're already part of the way through our quest. She's very happy.
We should go check on the camels.
Sounds good.
Did we
Unless
did we
that's what
finally get
Inara
some
was
names?
Yeah.
doing. Watching
It
the
must have
camels.
been very easy to sitting there, staying, watching the camels, Alara. Like, we did all the heavy lifting, and you waltz in after everything's done, as usual.
As it should be. Things tend to just go my way. This seems very fitting. So yeah, I guess Inara tries to catch up with everyone back at the camels, and whatever you just told me just now, Blue Flash, where they're probably telling me the same thing.
Yep. So the camels are through that break over there to your east that goes up a incline. They tied a, it certainly, it wasn't like you couldn't get out of it, but it certainly was a bit of a steep climb. So when, before, I think everyone slid down there except for Claudius. He was kind of with the camels when the thing happened, so he tied a rope and, um, threw it down there. So it's easy enough to get out of this hole just by kind of using the rope and, it's a bit of an incline, but no worries. So yeah, you climb out. The camels are there. They're tied up, doing their camel thing, and
What time of day is it? Do we have enough time to, head out and stuff before it gets,
yeah, it's
way...
only 10:30. You should be able to see the clock on the far left ish.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I thought we were traveling at night.
Yeah. So do we want to wait until it gets sunset, and once it starts to cool down, then head out, and that way we can rest up from whatever. I don't know if I'm actually pretty hurt after any of that.
I don't think
Yeah,
you
no.
are. If I remember correctly, you guys rested
Yeah.
before you opened the trap. So
Yeah.
you had rested in here. You had closed that off. You came out and you opened up the bottle, so to speak. And it really is fairly early on in the day. So you're right. I mean, if you want to rest and wait for night, you can certainly do that. For right now, you're just kind of resting underneath the shade of the statue that's still there.
When
Oh,
it comes to luck, does it fade with every long rest?
when it comes to what? I'm sorry.
The luck tokens again.
Oh no. You. I don't think that resets. No, the luck is your luck.
Until you hit 5 or more, and then you could do that roll thing, I think. All right,
Right.
cool.
Hopefully you use them up before your long rest.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, you guys haven't been missing all that much, so it's been fine. And don't forget, you still have 2 zombies down here. They're locked up for now, but they could find their way out.
Yeah, we might come back later or have some more oil to just burn them from inside that door, kind of crack it a little bit and feed flames through. That's what I suggest. Just burn it all.
I'm sure the ravages of time will take care of them if we just leave them to it.
That is fair. So if we do this, let me just kind of go over here. No, that's not what I wanted. Here we go. Right. So
Ow.
sorry. So remember this map, right? So All Star, you guys went to the city there that is on the right.
That's
So
Pizarre, right?
that
The southern.
the southern city to the right, yes.
Mm-hmm. So we can choose, I think, now if we want to maybe cut through the desert to the west, or if we want to try to follow this. Is it? I can't tell if it's a river or a trail, but if we want to follow it north and then west,
I'll
or
say that it is and I mean you can kind of tell from here. I mean,
Mhm.
there was a river that went
Mm.
through here. It dried up with the curse of the Pharaoh
Monroe.
put on his people.
Hmm. So we could, maybe have a landmark at least to guide us that way, but we also, I guess, have the option to just brave the harsh desert. I don't know what people are thinking right now. How brave we're feeling.
Sounds like a bad idea. Let's just follow the path. We've got a path. We've got markers.
Yeah, it's not shown on here, but there was a path that more or less cut around those couple hills there that you see by the city, and you've been following a path, so to speak. So what? So yeah, let me describe that to you. So what you have here is there is caravans that do go through this country to a certain extent, and that way is marked by we'll call it like a silver pole that has like a small flag at the top. Every so many 100 yards, you'll see one of these, right? So there is a bit of a cut path. I don't think this path was part of the actual path. This was definitely a side path. There's not markers for this, but there is a marked path further on to the east. There was an intersection to the east, if you follow this path back to that intersection, where basically you guys had a choice at that point to go this way towards the city you're in now, west, which was assuming it would take you to the other city, or continue going north, which would really take you to the the oasis at the top of the map, the White Palm Oasis.
Hmm. Well, the way is set before us. Let's head west. I
Mic
think
off.
seems that's what most people want to do.
Yeah, as long as we got enough supplies.
Mic
I'm
on.
sure we'll find supplies along the way. It's only a desert. It's not dangerous. It's not as if anything can
Only
stop us.
yeah, no. Yes. Shows how much she knows, eh, lads?
You should have, I mean, rough guess, right? I don't know who has the map. Let's just start with that.
Like the
Does someone want to make a I was going to say survival, but let me just make sure nothing else pops into my head. Am I missing something? Um, Either a nature, I'll say a nature or survival check. Either one will be fine.
I'm not exceptionally good at those, but I'd do it if people want me to do it. I'm happy to.
You don't want me to do it, that's for sure.
I think you got this, and I will
Oh, I
bardic
can do a
hire
survival
whoever's
check.
gonna do the role.
Let me
Okay.
do a survival check.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
There, 23.
Ooh, wow, nice.
Very nice. So I'll say with your 23, and it's hard to tell just by point of reference, right? But I mean, you would guesstimate that um, if you make the assumption that the map is to scale, right? Crude as it is, that um, given the distance it took you to get to here from the base of the mountains, that uh, you should have enough food and water to get you to that city to the west. And at that point, you might have to cast a spell to redo some of your supplies.
If the crustaceous friend over there, he says we got it, I think we got it. High claw, buddy, high claw.
Excellent assessment. Let's be on our way.
But you figure it'd probably take you 1 second. A week, give or take.
Oh, a week in the desert, that'll be brutal.
You've already been out here probably what 1, 2, 3. Close to that long so far without checking my earlier notes.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah, I mean, you run into a few things. You had a few fights along the way, and some of it's been spinning okay. So, you want to wait until nightfall and then continue with your traveling?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Sure. At least it cools down a little bit more.
sure.
Yeah.
No worries.
I guess I didn't need to use that bardic inspiration, so I'm just gonna save that for later.
Okay. Let's see. Shoop. So we'll have you march off. And let me see if I find anything interesting. Where is... Man, I haven't used Wandering... I must be doing a 1E module from the old time's sake. I haven't used Wandering Monsters in such a long time.
It's fun.
It is. The complexity of these old things. You never realized how much it was. Sure. Let me get some... Yep. Sure. Okay. All right, so I'll say at night you guys head off. You're going to travel at night. I'll see if you find anything interesting. When you get to daytime, you guys can haggle over what you want to do for what turn you're going to do watching the camp. You know, your sleep. Who's keeping watch?
Safe and the dwarf are going to keep watch for us, and we're just going to rest.
Nice.
They have to rest it. They have to rest too.
Yeah.
Even if they're not here.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I looked again with the kind of time species, the Ionic. I can go twice as long without food, water, air, and sleep. But I think I still need to long rest. So I don't think it helps that much in truth. But it's a fun. I think it's almost more flavor detail, but it is interesting ability.
Of eating and stuff, right?
But I think to get the benefits of a long rest, you have to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. Yeah. So
Sure, to get the benefits of the long rest, you would have to sleep, but you wouldn't necessarily take exhaustion potentially for not drinking or eating or what have you, right? So in that sense,
that
there
makes
would be a
sense.
thing.
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Sweet. But yeah, Inara definitely understands the benefits of traveling at night, but is at the same time kind of itching to go and just she's as we wait out the hot summer day, she's kind of restless and just pacing and keeping a lookout on the horizon.
Okay. Give me a second here. Let me do this. So when you're traveling at night, are you do you have any light source at night? I mean, there is potentially some moonlight, right? I'm just asking. Before, I think you guys were trying to keep it dark so you'd be less noticeable from anything being around. But that being said, you know, for at least right now, we don't have the dwarf is kind of like in a bag of holding somewhere.
Yeah, I definitely don't have the night vision, but I was, I think, in the past willing to, follow along with my allies in the light of the moonlight, even though it would be dim light. So that's totally fine by me to keep the lights to a minimum for our own protection.
Okay.
Oh, we still got that lantern and the thing of oils that he has to burn it.
But I think we wanted to. Oh, the hooded lantern. Is that what it was? Or no? Am I misremembering?
Yeah.
We could do that because then we could always turn it off. But I think it's still difficult. Whenever it's dark and you're casting the light, it's like people see you before you see them. So we wouldn't really be able to hide it,
Nope.
or like selectively hide it. I think as long as the moonlight is enough to somewhat see by, even if it's dark, I think it's like that's a good way for us to be for now. If everyone's okay with it.
Yeah, it could work for now.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
All right. Let's see. So we're going to say that you're traveling along. Let's get into this scene and you were on before, and I'll plop you in here. Because I thought I was going to plop you in here. Did I not copy you? 1 second. Let's try it again. Copy. Thank you. Activate. Paste. Okay. Well, one of you has a light at least. I'll because I forgot to see what this is set to right now. So we'll get a marching order going here, just so I know what's going on. Claudius always likes to stay by his camels, right?
I'm near the camels. Yeah,
Okay.
we have a thing.
And what about the rest of you?
Inara doesn't. She's always willing to go first.
Okay.
The clown never. He's always just like choping around, probably like going between the party and stuff, singing his songs and just relatively being annoying.
I'll go second.
Okay. Let me do this. And you don't have to be right behind each other. You can just be relatively, just relatively where you are. I'll just do this. 0. Come on.
Inara and the clown are both fidgety. We want to go. Both.
But Olenko just like goes around in circles and just like dances and sings and just like pesters the women pretty much.
Somebody
just
turn the
like,
light out.
I made it dim light
Oh, okay.
for around
I
the
was so
clown.
zoomed in, I didn't realize.
I just made it dimmer since you didn't have light, just for the thing of it.
Okay.
Cool.
I kept it centered on the clown for what it's worth. What? I'm sorry, you gonna say something? Go ahead.
I know if you guys want, we could just have it like on one of the camels, so it's not as annoying as when I go wandering around for
Oh yeah,
now.
that's fair. I can do that. Sure, give me a second.
We don't have to do it that way if it's just.
Yeah, give me a second. I can do that. 60. Update. And let me take it off of you and make sure that works. 0. There you go. You should be good now. Move you around a second. Yep, you're good. It's on a camel. All right. So you're traveling along at night. Can you each make me a perception check?
All right, incoming.
It'll be like a group check type of thing.
That's a +6.
Nope. Clown's just being annoying.
Oh wow, you all spun pretty well. Good job.
Nice.
So
All except the hatchet man.
all except the hatchet man. That's okay though, because I was doing it as a group check. So so more than half of you passed. That's all you need to do. So you're following along the path, and all of a sudden the wind picks up, and kind of very familiar to those people here, unless you were in Germany last week.
Mhm.
The sand kind of spins around, and this undead creature just kind of like materializes in front of you with sand kind of blowing around him. There's only
Not
one of
this
them.
guy.
There's only one of them, but yeah, he doesn't speak. But if he did, he would. Does he speak? Nope, he does not. He kind of reappears, and yeah, you can try to dispatch him.
Does he seem familiar, like exactly like the other ones we fought, or does this one like different somehow, or can we not tell just yet?
I'll say he has some recognizable scar on his features. Sure, he seems like one of the guys you fought before. That he has reconstituted himself and is around.
Oh, okay, I didn't mean like that. I was just wondering if he's like the same type of creature, but that's cool.
No, he's the same dude.
I'm going to try to turn the profane.
You're gonna try and turn undead or whatever it's called now.
Yeah, it's channel divinity, turn the profane.
Oh, sweet, he's just in 30 feet. That's beautiful.
Let's roll quick initiative and we'll go from there.
Okay, I'll roll a quick initiative.
Let's make
So-
sure we're all on the same spiel here.
I just want to jump in real
He rolled
quick.
shit.
I have this is a cantrip that I have that is like it's kind of interesting in the wording. And I just wanted to check it out quickly. It's called Quicken, and the way it works is it's concentration up to 1 minute. So you have to cast it relatively soon before it takes effect. But the effect of it is that once you touch a willing creature, and once before the minute is up, the target can add a D4 to an initiative roll or a dex saving throw, and then the spell ends. But I feel like I don't want to like trample on the initiative and always cast this right before initiative. So it's a tough balance. I'm not exactly sure how you would want to rule a spell like that. if that is something I could just add on initiative since it's a cantrip, or if I would need to like announce it well in advance, or like the best way
Is it an
to rule
action?
something like
Is it
that.
a reaction? What is it?
It's an action, so it's like a full spell, but you have to cast it before initiative is rolled for it to work. Because if once initiative is rolled, you can't add the D4 until after the spell is cast.
And it
So
lasts
if we
for
already
how
rolled
long?
initiative, it lasts for a minute.
So you have to
So,
know something is potentially coming.
yeah. So it's one of those kind of like where I don't want to like jump the gun too much and like always cast it, but
I'll
I
let
don't
you.
want to like.
I'll say it's situational. I'll let you say that you cast it this time, and Paul can add it to his roll if that's who you're giving it to. If you're giving it to
Yeah,
Claudius, but
yeah,
if
that's
there's a
cool.
surprise or like I'll say that
Right.
because you fought these things before, as the
Hmm.
wind kind of picks up, you have a similar eerie feeling that you had when these guys appeared before, and you kind of knew something might have been up, and it's only a
Hmm.
cantrip, so what the hell do you care if you don't, if you quote unquote,
Yeah.
you're not wasting a first level spell or something.
Yeah, I just didn't want to get in that situation where I'm like, oh, I'm always gonna cast this every single minute just in case, because that's a little silly at that point. So
Right.
that sounds great.
Yep,
Awesome. I
that'll work for
appreciate
this
it.
time. No worries.
Okay. Sweet.
Zamora,
Yeah.
if
So
you
I
want to
would.
spin your die, and Claudius, if you want to add he's already beaten the dude, so if he's
Yeah, I guess at this point it doesn't really matter, but
Yeah, it
it's
won't
more for
because
the
I'm not going
future.
to get ahead of Malenko.
Okay, no
well,
worries then.
well, who knows what Malenko's going to do?
We'll leave it for this time. No worries at all. I appreciate the clarity there, though.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, so I got an 18 on my initiative there.
All right, let me add that to you. Updates. Zamora, what'd you spin? You gotta spin something.
1 second.
Okay. Okay.
I like the tiebreaker, the plus 0.14.
Yeah, can I tell you? Malenko, what do you want to do, sir?
I'm gonna call him a bitch.
Okay.
Not really. He's gonna use the vicious mockery and just be like, "What the hell are you doing back here, you two-bit little sand flea? Ain't nobody needs your type of pest here. Get the fuck out of here!" And yeah, he's gonna have to do a wisdom saving throw. 15.
All right. And this is vicious mockery.
Yeah, huh?
Does the undead
And then
really care? We'll find out, I suppose. So let's see if he saves first. So it is a whatchamacallit? Wisdom, you said, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Well, he did fail. So what is it that I got to look at the spell. I suppose it's been so dang long.
he does 8 force damage
Oh, it's a spell.
as
Never mind. Yeah, go ahead.
8 force damage, and then he gets disadvantage on his next attack roll before the end of it.
So noted. How do I start down
And then
there?
bonus action, I'll use that bardic inspiration that on Zamara.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
then no problem. Go get him, Tiger. I'll make sure Claudia stays safe. And he like fingers guns and like winks at you ladies.
Okay.
That's end of turn.
You got it. Honora, you're up. And since you were I want to say this all night. Since you were in Germany, I will point out that non-magical melee attacks was doing half damage to this creature from the prior week.
Okay, good to know. Good prep. I think similar to Malenko, Inara is very focuses on the casting, and we'll go with. I think she is going to just start up her casting here. She'll actually. I almost want to. I think she's just gonna actually try to draw its attention, despite knowing that, and just go for it. Because she's mostly like reaction based with a lot of her stuff, so I think she's just gonna go for it, even despite knowing it's not gonna be as effective here, and try to attack it with. She has a spear that she's also kind of using it as an instrument. That she has this like singing bowl that she like usually scrapes the rim of the bowl to generate some kind of sound, but she has tucked the bowl away and is just using the spear part of the spear to make an attack against this creature, even knowing it won't be quite as effective, just to get into the fray. So it's a +5 or a plus 2 here to stab.
I'll also just say, just so you know, because again you weren't here, that this creature, like there is a 10-foot like sandstorm thing, which kind of makes it seem like it's in like
Yeah, I was gonna
dim light,
warn him about.
and it has an ability to really intensify that and do some nasty damage.
Okay, well in that case, she is not going to walk right up to it. She is going to throw her spear instead.
See,
So,
we
yeah.
have
Maybe
mercy
even
for
take a
those
step
who are
back.
enjoying Germany.
Thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate it. Okay, so with that, it's a 1d20 plus 5 to throw a spear. Oh, it's only a 9 anyway, so it might not even matter.
All right,
But-
yeah, the spear goes into the darkness.
Okay,
You'll
and
find it
she
later.
is going to. She will give a bardic to Claudius, though, so she'll still get something useful on her turn with that bonus action.
All right, Claudius, you're up to bat.
All right, we're going to use Channel Divinity.
Okay,
Channel Divinity, spend 1 use of Channel Divinity, 1 use available to turn undead. DC 0 Wisdom save? Well, that must not be right.
let's take a look at this ability, see how they changed it from before. So I'm going into the.
Oh, it says that I make the save.
Oh, interesting. Let's take a look at this.
So that's what happened when I clicked. It kicked the save over to me.
Gotcha. So yada yada yada. Channel Divinity. You start with Turn the Profane, which is what you're doing. So Turn the Profane. As an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer to censor, the unholy creatures. Each fiend and undead of your choice within 30 feet of you that can see or hear you must make a wisdom save. No, they didn't make a wisdom save. If the creature fails a save, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. A turned creature must try to move as far away from you as it can. Though it can't first get any closer to you to must move as far as it can, though it can't.
Well, this doesn't sound good. Never mind. This sucks. I'm not going to do that.
Well, it's going to
'Cause
run
if it just
away.
walks away for a minute, then what good does that do?
Right. Yeah, but it's still interesting because like in traditional and the D&D, right? There's usually like some sort of like level limit that you could affect undead, and depends on. Maybe I'm mixing up my versions, right? But like this has no level
well,
limit to
yeah,
it.
it depends on the version, but
Yeah, that's what happens when you've played 3 or 4 or whatever number of versions of D&D I've played. Okay, so if you don't want to do that, that's fine. What?
we're doing something else.
All right. What are we doing?
We're going to do Guiding Bolt.
Guiding Bolt. You got it.
Critical fail.
Yeah.
What can we say but roll
Well, I
better?
get
That's
some
all we can
luck.
try. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, maybe the luck would bring you. Well,
Oh,
I don't
no,
know if it works on critical
I clicked the
fails.
wrong-
Nah, not with critical fails. It specifically calls out that the luck on the critical fails.
Well, no, I clicked the wrong button, and so I spent the luck on the critical fail instead of
That's fine.
giving myself
If you want to
luck.
give your luck back, that's fine.
That's fine. I went and got my luck back. It seemed to not worry about that.
And both you and Lana both get an additional luck for missing.
Sweet. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, this system's cool, but it's taking some getting used to.
Someday, when they finish building this foundry thingy, then there'll be a module that will automatically increase your luck. Because you're
That'll be
right,
the day.
no one is going to remember. When you're not used to doing it, you're not going to remember it. All right. So for my friend here, sure, he might as well. Since you've all conveniently are all stacked together, he will go there and do his sand slash attack. So if the three of you can please make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Not one.
Yeah. So Anara, you take 23 points of damage, and Hatchet Man and Zormaro make half of that, which would be
I do.
11, please.
I was gonna say I do have a reaction to add a D4 to people's saves, but I think at this point it doesn't actually change any of the outcomes, so might as well not worry about that right now.
It's okay. I'm gonna cast a spell that will hopefully help us.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So what's that
What's
get
that
down to?
spell? Pain Inverter. For every 1 point of damage that the creature deals, it takes 1 point of damage.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, dude, Inara's not doing well. she's down
Yeah,
bad.
I'll update. Did you update your hit points on the?
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, just so we all know how bad everyone is doing. For those who are healing. Zamora, you're up the bat. You're on mute, but I'm sure you're doing great things. There she is.
And I think you did have a bardic inspiration as well, if I remember correctly. So you have the option to use that at some point.
Within the next 10 minutes.
Cool.
And I believe that's a 1d6 right now because I'm only level 3 in that class. Yeah, I'd love to kitty.
Okay, so let's see here. And how do I add the other thing?
I don't know. I haven't spun it. I guess I could try and find out. You guys figured it out, right? If I
I'm not sure how to
do,
directly add it, but if you just type in the box like /roll space 1d6.
oh, you know what you
can
do? Maybe try like where it says. You're trying to spin within character, right? So if you click on the attack, so the pop up box come up. There's a
So
little.
on your front page, on your main page, on the right hand column, there's a lot of things that say cast and use.
Cast and use. Is that further on?
On the right hand side.
Oh,
You
okay, yeah,
you
yeah.
might not have anything to cast, so it just
Right.
might be use
Right.
actions where it says actions.
Yep.
Yep. Which one?
I don't know. It's your thing.
Probably longsword would be a good one.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
mean, unless you're planning on do something like fancy, but if you're just going to smack it with your sword, then longsword. Sword.
I think is that what she rolled already though, or
Well,
is it
if
just?
she clicks on it, let me click on that for her because I want to see what pops
Oh,
up.
just like it just gives the description. It doesn't actually say the roll for some reason. Oh, there it goes. Oh, nice roll too. Oh,
Like when I do the monster, when the box pops up to spin, there's a little box there that says situational, really lightly, and I was going to try and put it in there as a bonus, but I don't know if that pops up for you.
It does. I'm pretty sure we were told about it the last time, and that works. So I was gonna try to say that while you guys were figuring it all out.
All right, well, those two hit. And Zamora, you get a third attack because of your various
She's actually got
abilities.
3 attack rolls up there
Does she? 21, 25. Where's the other one?
I didn't
and
do a
another
third.
21.
I didn't
That's
do
a
a
dex.
third.
The second one says dex 70. It's dex saving
All right,
throw.
third probably
Oh, it's
missed.
a dex saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh,
No worries.
so this is where if you want, you can add the extra 1d6 to the attack from the Bardic Inspiration if you think it will maybe get you over the edge. But I don't know how good these guys are. If even something like a 13 or 14 might not hit them, then it might be. I don't know if it's always worth it to use it.
It seemed like 13th hit him before, so
It's worth using it, I think. Yeah, give it a shot. Oh, look at that!
So that's 3 hits. So just so.
I think that might have been damage for the first one, or
Oh, it was
damage for the first
damage.
one.
Well, yeah, she did spun a damage. Okay, so that would be 6. Spin the damage for the other. Or whatever you're doing. I don't know. Spin
Yes.
more damage, spin your other thing. Okay. So, 3.
That's better.
1 second. Well, you gotta spin the d6 to see. Are you spinning the d6 to try and improve your 10?
Sure.
Okay, that's what everyone suggested because everyone is assuming that a 10 is going to miss, and they are quite right. Now you hit. So now you hit with all 3. Yes. So you got it. So your weapon is non-magical. So got it. And
Wow.
and you're going to
I want a
use
magical weapon.
and you got you know what? I'll be nice. Okay? Because I remember from last week the mechanist can make one person's weapon magical, and last week he gave it to the barbarian. So I'll say that your weapon is magical. I don't think you get a bonus for it, but I think it's considered magical for the attacks.
Okay,
nice.
I'll
That
take
like
it. Thanks.
basically doubles damage, so that's sick.
Yeah. So
Yay.
I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
So I'll do this. And then I'll do this. Okay.
no, doesn't Zorana here have? Does she have some like crippling slash or something? So
Yes, she
the guy
does.
loses 10 feet of movement.
He loses 10 feet of movement. That is correct.
Yeah.
So what Onara does, assuming I remember the rules correctly, she as a fighter normally gets 2 attacks per round, but one of the abilities that she gets is that as a bonus action, she can make a third attack that does not do any damage, but can do uh, the weapon option thing, right? And then she has another ability that says when you do an attack with a weapon option thing, when you normally don't do damage, you will do damage. So between taking both of those feats or having that as a fighter, I forget if it was optional or not, but as having both of those, she actually effectively gets 2 attacks with their attack action and 1 full attack with her bonus action, plus the weapons option. And I'm going to read it again just to make sure I got all that right, but that's what I've read a couple times that I read it. Malenko, you're up.
That's cool, loopholes. Hell yeah. Well, I am going to bounce the hell out of this guy's way because that was not fucking cool. And I guess my arcane focus does not count as a magical weapon quite yet. So I am going to continue to pester that thing. The disadvantage doesn't work on that ability, right? It's because that's a saving throw thing. So that kind of sucks. That's a workaround that you got, so bastard. And I will cast my contagious healing on Inara.
Delightful. I appreciate you seeing the needs of the true hero here. Thank you.
Don't make me quite yet. The next time you get hit is when you heal.
Oh, I suppose I hope I will live to see that. Nice.
So anyone within 10 feet of Inara when she gets hit gets the spell transferred to her. So I'm actually going to move back to right there. So that's 15 feet away from that guy, but 10 feet within her. That means all 3 of us have a chance to get it spread to. So, yeah. And then I'm going to try to knock this motherfucker down. Oh, no, I can't do that. That's a first circle spell, but I can use a cantrip, right?
So what did you do? So I apologize. I was cut and pasting to make.
I cast a second circle spell, and then I could cast a cantrip, right? I can't cast another leveled like a circled spell.
Correct, unless you have some crazy ability that says otherwise, then that's the normal rule. Yes.
No, I don't have a bonus action. I thought I did, but it's a reaction for swinging a missile. So instead, I will bonus action inspire Inara to get the fuck out of there, woman! Move it.
Right. I don't know if
Or
she'll
do you want me to
run.
use
So
Bardic Performance to let you heal? Yeah, I'll do that. Bardic Performance. What's the one that you use?
okay,
So
nice.
I'm going to use the Celebration of Life. So on every one of your guys' turns, you get a choice to use one of your health dice to heal.
Nice.
Cool. All right. You guys have lots of support in this game. All right. So Malenko does his thing. Are you done, sir?
Yeah, he's dancing around, tooting about, and yeah, just generally trying to heal you guys and keep you ladies in the fright.
All right. So target heals. The next time the target takes damage. Okay. So they get the healing the next time they take damage. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm just getting myself set up with all these spells. Arnara, what's up? What's your
Oh, we were talking about the circles of spells earlier. That's just like a level, right? Is that?
Yeah, they call them circles in Tales of the Valiant,
Okay.
but they're the same as
Making
spell
sure.
levels. Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to get with the lingo.
Oh
Fair
yeah,
enough.
we're gonna be the OG Tales of the Valiant players over here, pioneering the new system. I love it. Getting everyone speaking the language.
There
Okay,
you go.
nice. Cool. Yeah, Inara, I think is gonna go for a vicious mockery here, the tried and true. And she's just gonna point at this creature and say, "Begone, fell beast! You stand in our path, and you have no right to do so with such puny weakness."
At the beginning of your turn, you can use one of your health hit, like your hit dice, to heal.
Ooh. Amazing. I will also do that. That is the dude, Bardic Performance is such a great ability. I love it so much as well.
I think with me and you like spamming this, it's gonna be like a no-brainer.
Oh, absolutely. Sweet. So yeah, I will roll. I need to double check my hit dice. I apologize. But
If you're just a bar, it would be a 1d8.
yes, awesome, thanks. Yep, slash roll 1d8. Okay, well it's 3 back, but it's still good. It's something. It's honestly a large chunk of my health. It's almost 30% of my or 10% of my health. So
Plus
it's good.
4 because it's my charisma modifier, so that'd be 7.
Oh wait, I forgot it does that. That's awesome. Okay, sweet. So with that, and then for vicious mockery, I believe it's a shoot. I'm forgetting if it's a wisdom save. I can look that up quickly.
I'm looking at now. It
It's
is a wisdom
320.
save, correct?
Sweet. Okay. And my save modifier, or my DC is 15.
Okay.
Number to meet.
Wisdom, you got it.
Do my hit points, so I'm no longer
It fails.
100. Awesome. Okay, so I will roll that 2d4. I need to double check if there's a modifier to it. Where is it? Okay, it is. Oh, sorry, it's just 1d4. I apologize. It's not 2d4. So we can just look at the first
No,
of
the
those
spell
two.
increases to 2d4 at 5th level. You are 5th level.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry.
Unless you multied, right? But
Thanks.
only the clown multied, right?
No, yeah, I just am single class. So
Yeah.
sweet 7. Yeah, 7 damage then.
All right.
I thought with cantrips, it's just when you level up in general.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, you're probably right.
It doesn't say when you reach in this class.
Yeah.
It says when you reach 5th level. Yeah.
Good call. Good point.
Yeah.
That's why I was 2d4 when I rolled.
Yeah. To be honest, I rarely multi-class. I always take straight classes, but
Same here.
Stardom
Yeah.
has this joke where it's like he's been trying to like get me to like have run a single class character since he's like known me.
see, I'm the opposite because I always play full casters and I can just not have those cool spells at the higher level. I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah, you don't want to give that up.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Claudius, you're up.
Okay, so I realize that safe is in a bag of holding, but I'm gonna have safe move the camels,
Okay. Sure.
so the camels are not in harm's way.
Sure.
Thank you, Save. Much appreciated, Save. Shout out. You're not here.
Okay,
Awesome.
and I don't want to run in there and create another uh, fireball, so I'm going to cantrip, and I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt again.
Okay.
Let's see if I can do better than. Oh, wait a minute. I thought Guiding Bolt was a cantrip. No, Guiding Bolt's not the cantrip. Which one's the cantrip?
I know there's like Firebolt. I'm not sure if that's what you're thinking of, though.
I have an attack spell that's a cantrip.
There's
Flame?
Sacred Flame. That's it.
Nice. And I think I bardic Malenko actually. I was
Well,
now
Firebolt
So
is a
forgetting.
it has to
cantrip.
make a dex save.
Sacred Flame? Do I even see? Oh, it's
Yeah.
Arcane. That's why I'm looking at the wrong thing. My bad.
So it has to make a dex save.
Okay. It needs to make a deck save. How about? Nope. I think nope. 1 second. Yep. Nope. It failed.
All right. So I'm gonna do 2d8 radiant damage
Nice.
for 3. Woohoo!
All right.
That's useless.
It kind of
I'm not
was.
done yet.
Okay. Never mind.
As my bonus action, I'm gonna use Healing Word,
Mm.
and I'm gonna go crazy and cast it at third circle.
Okay.
So, and that's gonna be on Inara. Let's
Okay.
see if I can roll it something other than a 1. Oh, that's something other than a 1.
There you go.
Okay, so I heal Inara for 12 points of damage.
Slightly above average.
We love to hear that. I'm like basically back
So,
to full.
All right. So let's see here. Does it? Nope. All right. So yeah, Zamora seems to be the biggest threat. So let's try and do some attacks on the fighter here. So let's do. Oh wait, whoop, whoop. I didn't put the attack in here. So it's Yep, there it is. What's Nora's Azuma? Sorry, wrong person. Azumara's armor class.
16.
Ooh, sorry, hit you twice. Um, you will take. Look at this. Subtract it for me. No, no such luck. Zamara, you take 24 damage from 2 attacks.
Wow.
And I need you, please, to make a Constitution saving throw, please. Okay.
Did it?
No, that's a fail.
Huh.
You take 1 level of exhaustion.
I don't even know how to do that.
I don't even know if it's on here. No, I don't have it on here because it's another thing I don't have from one of the things. Well, you have 1 level of exhaustion. Congratulations. So that means, just to make sure, I don't know, they didn't change it. Boop a doop boo. Right. So exhaustion means that you have disadvantage on ability checks. So if you do a check, you have disadvantage. All right, and you're up.
Okay.
So at the beginning of your turn, you have the choice to use one of your hit points, like your hit dice, to roll that for health. +4.
So you can spend 1d10 plus 4. One die, you said?
Yeah, one die every turn until they're like, is it the half or until they're out of dice?
Is it? Is this the contagious healing?
No, this is the celebrate life. This is the
Oh,
bardic.
celebrate life. Never mind. Forgot you did that one. My bad. All right, so you get 5
I think
back.
nice.
And then feel free to attack it.
I will attack.
Go for it. Do your 3 attacks.
One moment.
Woo! Nice.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Nice.
Okay. So you got is that a crit in there? Yes, it is. That's your crit. So 10, 20, 30, 37, 39. Okay. And Zamora is just pissed off at this thing and just slashes at it, and the the creature kind of like gives a little chuckle and disperses back into the sand. Oh
that's
man,
annoying.
ain't it? Well,
I can't help shake the feeling that, oh, I'm predicting the future here. That thing will be back. I can see it.
Yeah, that bastard's probably gonna harass us the whole time.
let me just kind of reread this just to make sure I got that right. Um, okay. Okay.
All right, I'm going to think about using an ability.
Go for it. What do you want to use?
Field medic,
Okay.
and let me just read what it says here. I can't read what it says. It just says you are trained to provide emergency medical assistance. I thought it
Okay.
was something I could do between.
So it says as a talent, field medic, right? So when you make a medicine check, treat any d20 roll 9 or lower as though you rolled a 10. As an action, you can tend to the wounds of the creature you can see and touch. When you do, the creature regains a number of hit points equal to their to your PB plus their con modifier. Creature healed this way can't receive benefits of this feature again. So you can give it some quick hit points as a one-time per long rest per creature. And when you spend hit dice to regain hit points during a short rest, you can re-roll the number of dice equal to your PB and must take the new result. So you get some stuff out of it. It's not bad as a talent.
Right. Yeah, I was going to use it on Zorana.
Sure, go for it.
So I make a medicine check.
The hit point thing. No, they just get back your bonus plus their con modifier.
Oh, okay. So I don't have to make a medicine check.
Nope, nope. So her con is what is your con, Zamora?
16.
All right, so that's +3, and then whatever your uh, your bonus is, right? Your
There's
proficiency
plus
bonus.
3.
So she would get 6 points back.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It's just another way of healing without using a spell.
There you go. Make me a religious check, Claudius.
Hold on. Religion.
Yeah, I just saw that. You're not a very religious claw, are
No,
you?
I'm just not very informed. So 2.
Never mind. Okay,
He's just dumb as a crayfish, that's all.
fair. All right, you gonna head off? Let me see what happens here. I gotta look this up. Uh, Here we go. Per hex. Sorry, I'm doing some math because that's what 1E makes you do. Okay, so 1.
I was looking at the random encounter rules online a little bit for one, and it was, like one of them was like every 10 minutes in game, roll a check to see if something appears. It was very
Yeah,
specific.
I know.
It's like hundreds of checks in a night.
No one used 1E fully. I guess no one uses any rules fully, but yeah.
Yeah, very fair, very fair.
Um, okay. So got it. So that would be okay. Sorry, I was doing math. I had to. Never mind. Let's see.
Sorry that you were doing math.
Yeah, I'm just double checking my math. Um. Oh, okay. Right. So that would be. Okay. So, so that's so. Oh yeah, duh. So, right. Sure. All right. Fair enough. Thank you. All right. So let's continue with the day. Or night in this case. Let's see. So next day, or as you continue through, you get through this night. I'll say, or this night is actually day, but yes, and we'll see if you see anything as you're on watch briefly. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna say during your watch, um, Malenko, you just see a caravan off into the distance, kind of slowly moving away from you.
I almost forgot about my familiar would be helping out like the whole crew.
Okay. You fly him out there.
Mm-hmm.
You fly him out there. Was this a mirage?
Oh, that
See, we're
time.
playing. You see, we're playing 1E. I'm gonna say you're traveling into the next night. I'm trying not to make a total dice fest out of this. I apologize. Um,
It's very
Into the
funny.
next night.
Just all this stuff that comes up is awesome.
it
So did
does.
we take a long rest somewhere in there?
Yeah, take your long rest. Get your shit back. You're following the path, and you get back to the point where the path goes in three different directions, right? So you have east from whence you came, west, which you presume is towards the other city, at least it's in the right direction ish. North, which you see the posts as going off into the distance, that would lead you to the White Oasis, or to the south towards the mountain range and back to the town from whence you started.
All right, two of us will go in each direction.
Cool.
Maximum party split.
I'm
Nice.
assuming you're continuing to the west to the other city, or are you going to the White Palm?
Westward bound.
Just making sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so as you move in that direction, and I can find the right spot here. Thank you. Uh, as you're moving west through the night, following the path, um, you know, suddenly another spirit kind of appears in front of you. The it's kind of glowing and then just kind of slowly materializes in front of you, and in so many words, looks something like that dude. Though the pyramid's not there, but he looks like that dude. And the spirit says, I am Amon Re, whatever, son of Takosh Re of the house of Mopelar. That which you see is but my shadow, which has walked these lands for time uncounted, in search of mighty men of valor to plead their aid. In my time, I, in my time, um, in my time, they typoed this. In my time, I was Pharaoh of this land now before you. Then Bakar was a green and beautiful land, blessed by the gods of heaven westward, with the wondrous spring of Athos, which gave life to our land and nurtured our crops. Yet did robbers raid the tombs of my forefathers and take from them tokens of their passage into the lands of the dead, thus keeping them from their reward afterlife. I swore that at all costs I would not fall prey to their evil deeds. So it was I that made mighty and terrible war upon my neighbors, plundering their lands of wealth for my own passage. I did enter a contract with a great mage to work a mighty wonder, and upon the sweat and blood of my people, I did build a theft-proof tomb. My people turned against me with bitter hatred. I not only robbed our borderlands, but taxed grievously my own people, and so took from them their wealth. They rose up in anger, demanding their gold and precious gems, their lives and freedom. I cursed them, saying, by the ruling staff and the star gem of Maupolaire, I curse you. Threaten not my life, or by them and by the holy name of Osiris. Will the stopping of my heart also stop the spring of Athos from her life-giving flow? As the river slows and dies, so shall your land wither in the wilderness. This I do swear by Osiris's holy name and these implements of my power. From a sea of upraised fists before me rose one with a spear. The shaft sped from the darkness, and so too that night did the spring of Athos stop its flow. In death my spirit gleefully approached my pyramid, but Osiris stopped my spirit from entering that tomb, for said he, your monument to life was also to be the benefit you brought to the people under your stewardship, not this edifice of stone. As you looked only to your death and life, so shall you look only to your life and death. I am bound to fulfill your curse, but you have called it down for you have called it down in the power of my name. But I do curse you as well, Amun-Re. You shall not enter this tomb, where the implements of your voyage to heaven, until some mortal soul does despoil this place, taking your staff of ruling and the star gem of Maupolaire from your theft-proof tomb. Even even have I talked with the wind in hope of help. Uncounted seasons have passed, and my kingdom is not now to be seen in these desert lands. Of it nothing remains save my tomb, which now stands as then, untouched by time, sand, wind, or men. Though many have tried to plunder my wealth, none have succeeded. I am forbidden passage to heaven until one succeeds. My wealth is thine, if thou can but best that which I have built. Remove my staff of ruling and the star gem from my tomb. So then you will gain great wealth, and so then you will release me. Follow my path to wealth or woe, to thy destiny or doom. And I will put that long soliloquy in chat. Well, in Discord.
I think Inara will step forward towards this illusion. Does it kind of dispel as the like monologue ends, or does it stay in place, or how does it look?
It dispels as it ends.
Okay, yeah. Inara kind of steps forward and then it disappears. She'll look to her allies. Well, the future to me is now unclear, but I think if we want to resurrect our potential savior, it seems we're going to need to break into this tomb and recover that gem. I have confidence we will be able to achieve this, though I can't directly see it. When
Uh-oh.
oh, I think we lost. Oh no, Smiley.
I am here, but who do we
Yeah.
lose? We lost.
We lost Smiley.
He uses
Mr.
his phone.
Smiley.
He'll be back in a minute.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask, out of character, because I'm kind of blanking on if we remember the translation for that western city that we were headed towards. I'm kind of specifically trying to remember actually if we knew where this buried tomb of Amun-Ra was, or if we were kind of aware of that mystery of that we didn't know exactly where he was buried.
I don't remember what I told you.
Okay, we might need to try and source in the podcast.
I think you might have known that, but that you certainly knew that there was a city up there. I believe you knew that that was the Pharaoh's seat. I have to go back and look at my notes.
And then I'm blanking on the name we had translated there. I think I have it in my notes, but I'm not.
You did translate it. Let me see if I can find it.
Is it Bakar? That's this I'm seeing.
It is. 1 second.
But I think that can't be. That's not long enough.
Close. It's Tubakar. Something like that.
Bakar.
Terbakar.
Oh, okay, Turbakar.
Turbakar. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, got it. Nice. There we head. We still don't have Riley back, but hopefully he's back soon.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So,
All right.
There you go. So, you continue on the next day, and that's okay. We got one person on a phone call, and we got okay. He says he has a phone call. That's where he is. Okay. So you continue on that evening, and I'll say you rest that next day, and then as you get up for your next day's travel that evening, the spirit reappears and gives you the same speech and disappears.
So it's a programmed illusion. Not that I would know that.
Something
Perhaps
like
it's
that.
some enchantment interlaced into the very lands of this desert. It's an odd feeling of
Probable
repeating in time.
that his tomb is close to this location.
Can only imagine. It's a warning, but also an invitation. I can't see what happens if we go inside, but I'm confident we should. We should be on the lookout for this tomb.
There you go. Give me 1 second here. Zoop-a-doop-a-doo. Who am I missing? There he is. All right. So as you travel later that night, and I'll pull you into here in a second. You got it. You're traveling on the road that next night, and you see other travelers or other caravan or group of folks moving towards you. And I'll just move you back into here. Well, there we go.
Oh, they're a mirage.
Oh, just in case, I'm going to cast my cantrip so that if we do go into combat in the next minute, I'm going to let Zurama add a d4 to her initiative.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Just in
thank
case.
you.
Just in
I
case.
think I need that.
Yeah, you spun bad a few times. So, these travelers continue to move towards you. They are dressed in, desert garb, obviously, and they are, following that path. And they stop and they say, "Who, who are you, and why do you travel in these lands?"
Oh, hey there, friends. We're just some little travelers, so to say, just going around and helping to clear this mystical curse. He says, and like waving like his arms and rolling this like little orb through his hands. Not the crystal, but like some other like kind of like just a crystal ball. He's doing the contact juggling with it, like ooh, we're just helpful.
We're
They
following our
look,
destiny.
make, um, are you trying to make it like a performance thing for them? Do you want to make it a performance check, or you're just trying to? I'm just asking.
I can do that for sure.
If you think that's what you're trying to achieve, then sure.
Always clowning around.
Okay. Okay.
I think we'll use. There we go.
They
You can use
they
his 2 buck on that.
um sure. The leader just kind of uh okay.
That's like 2 ones.
The leader kind of looks at the clown and whatever the hell Zamora is doing, and they're like,
Never performing again.
and you know he just has this confused look on his face, and he's just like, so uh, you're here just as like I, I don't understand. You're like a show, or are you're trying to heal the lands by like he kind of looks like you know he's not sure what to make of you folks right now. Like the message is that you're here to somehow potentially maybe help the land, but you're just clowning around too much for him to kind of take you seriously at this point.
Haven't you heard that laughter is the best medicine? It cures all.
What
I
is
think
before?
Inara's going to kind of try to push people aside. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, go ahead. What do you want to do?
I think she was going to just try to step forward and recover a bit here, just be like, maybe it's best we don't pay the jester any mind. He was trying his hand again at wit, but we are on a quest, and that's perhaps all we need to share.
Hmm. Well, this land was cursed by the Pharaoh of old, and um, I know of no way to lift his curse. But you know, we do not tolerate um, people who come to defile or desecrate the ancient this ancient land and these ruins. that scatter the desert.
Oh no, no, not at all. We're just here to try to discover what happened so long ago and the root of this evil curse.
Hmm.
We are following summons from Amun-Ra himself. He has spoken to us.
Yeah, that old crazy bastard told us we had to do some stuff for him to lift this up, or like the lands will be forever cursed.
One second here. So, okay. He just kind of looks at you and is like, Amun Ra has spoken to you with some.
Yeah, the
Go ahead.
big glowing guy, funny hat, talking all serious about this used to be green and luscious, beautiful land.
He says, "Well, um, give me
A
the some.
persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion sounds best. Whoever's going to try to persuade him of this or is talking. Whoa, nice. Okay. Okay.
It's the glowy hat part that got him.
Okay. The bandits
Every
say,
religion has their funny hats, man. They're serious about their funny hats. He says it's jingles about.
he says,
He has the funny
I
hat.
guess between you all, you've convinced him, I guess, enough. And he's like, well, maybe you should come with us to see the rest of our clan. You know, we are here to protect the tomb as well as other locations, like I said, throughout the desert from defilers. But if you have truly seen Amun Ra, and we can at least clue you in on some of what happened and the curse that before the lands. But I cannot promise you that you will be allowed to enter their tomb, his tomb. For that is, you are outsiders and you are not worthy.
We are unique in our heroism, but am I to understand that those amongst you have entered the tomb?
We have entered some parts of the tomb, and from there we worship the old gods as well as try to protect and translate the words inside the tomb.
I see. Well, it seems we are fated to meet. I'm sure we can convince you that we will be admitted entry. But for the time being, let us become acquainted. We'd gladly join you um, at your chambers or your place of living. And Inara will very confidently say this, but then kind of looks around quickly to everyone else, like, "Are we going with these guys? Are they cool?"
Yeah, I know. Like a good place to rest and a nice warm meal sounds pretty awesome to me. You guys want some of this hooch? And he like pulls out like his little tiny like flask and like yeah, yeah.
Um, the leader kind of sniffs at it and says, well, perhaps when we get to the tomb, I will partake of this. I do not drink of alcohol whilst in the desert. It is tough enough to stay hydrated with the, in this land.
That good, smart, fair. You're wise. And he kind of like goes to put it away, and then turns around and like takes a sip real quick and puts it in his pocket.
So, they turn around and they walk with you. Going, following the path back from where they came, at least. With you, um, with your folks. I mean, you gather from them just being, you know, around them a bit and the way they talk, right? That that these are definitely like cultists, and they follow um, the old gods that were mentioned back in some of the history, right? There was, the people who really have done the trading and rebuilding of this area, such as it is, you know, really follow just, the one true God, I guess Ra,
Would,
right?
would,
Whereas there was
would,
another tribe that had mostly died out that still followed the rest of the old gods,
is
and
that the
they seem to follow
dervishes?
their, yes, dervishes. You got it.
Oh, okay. So that's probably who we just met.
Yep.
Nice. Cool.
So they travel with you during the night, and um, during the day you guys rest, and then the next night, as the evening starts, uh, the spirit speaks again to you, and they're all there, and they all see it, and they're like, oh, "It is the spirit of the old pharaoh of old," and they fall down as the spirit gives its speech, and then dissipates, and you know they get up, and they are excited and so forth, and they said, "Come, we must tell our leader what we saw, and we are witnesses to the spirit himself. Let us go." And they pack up their tents, and they're ready to take you the rest of the way. And as you walk through the evening, um, in the distance you see the pyramid, and we'll say you get there by the end of the day, or end of the evening, excuse me. So give me a second here. What time is it? Oh, it's 9:30. Okay. Let me get things set up here. You got it. So I got that. Sorry, I always like to check my lighting settings before I do these things. Uh, you got it. Got it. We'll just throw you in here. Boop. Oops, sorry. Boop. That's them. And let me get you the other. I should get the other guys as well. Hold on one second. Boink. And let's get back to here. Copy. And activate. And we'll flop these guys in as well. All right, cool. So I'm going to say from here, you are at the base of the tomb, and there is a staircase that goes up into the tomb. You see there's a tent. There are other cultists around. Um, Also, by the tomb, you see what appears to be a huge, I guess what used to be a spring. There's like a fountain that was built around it with all kinds of, you know, inscriptions, holy symbols, whatever else you want to call on it. And the spring fountain is dry, but it sits there at the base of the tomb. And the leader of the cultists who you met, goes. I think it's this dude. Yep, running over to another one of the leader, the what looks to be the main leader, coming out of a tent, and they walk together, coming here, and as they get closer, you hear the leader of the people that you met kind of excitedly describing finding you and talking about seeing the spirit of the pharaoh, um, more or less begging you to go and try to break the curse that he placed upon the land. And with that, the main person, what seems to be um, the main person, kind of walks over and says, "So I hear you are people who the spirits of the long dead come to talk to."
Yes, we have been chosen. We are on a quest, and this is but a small piece of that.
Hmm. Yes, my people all say that they saw the spirit of Amun Ra speak to you all. Um, I don't know what the rest of your quest is. Um, we are here. We just protect what we have of the. We protect this tomb from defilers, but since you seem to be chosen by the spirit of the one who resides in here himself, um, we will allow you to go into this tomb and see what you can find. Um, from our view, there is little that we know. There is a couple of rooms here that we have access to. How to get into the deeper tomb, we have not discovered, nor have we, to be quite honest, even have. We don't even wish such knowledge for ourselves, for we are here just to protect it. We have no reason to go into the upper levels. There have been people who sometimes have come here and tried. They have gone into the tomb, and some we have dispatched. Others um, have simply disappeared, never to be seen again. There's been a group of thieves who did that about a week or so ago. They went in, we cornered them inside the tomb, and then we went in and they were gone. We assumed that we found no trace of them. I assume the spirits of Amun Ra dispatched them in some way.
And yet our fates will not be so grim. And our kind of looks to the rest of her allies for any chiming in.
Okay. If you wish, we have we have the book of Amun Ra, which describes some of the events that happened um, before the curse. You are welcome to read that if you wish before you go inside. I do not know if it will provide any help, but you are welcome to read it.
Who knows what clues it may provide? If not, it might just provide more insight on Raw and the general.
Okay, and I will
And then,
post
so
that long
Alexander,
soliloquy of the book in chat for you to take a look at if you wish. I want to grab a water while you look at that.
Mic off. Mic on.
All right, I'm back. Just let me know when you're done reading all that.
Still on it.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'll you know what, I probably did I don't think I put that in your notes. Let me throw it into your player aids. Add page. Um, let's make it a image. Create new page. I gotta save this. Sorry, I'll stop talking out loud.
I will then. So, hey, team, I think it'd be kind of cool if we could convince this group of crazy cultists to like work with us and help us find more clues and stuff like that. If we could prove to them that we're like good guys and going to be taking this stuff down for them, know what I mean? Like convince them that like we're going to do the thing that they want if they help us. And I'm pretty sure like we are doing the thing that they want. They just gotta keep helping us.
I don't know if we're doing exactly the thing that they care about though as much, but I mean we're like, I guess we kind of want, we have the same goal because we're trying to get the treasure, and he said we could have his treasure if we bring him back. So I feel like yeah, what you're saying makes sense.
And then we could possibly have a network of informants and stuff, right?
Ooh, and like check back in with them. But I feel like they seem risky to be allied with though. That's the one thing. They do seem a little crazy.
Oh, but Hatchet Man's all about risk and the rewards.
And all about crazy. It's a good match.
Damn straight.
I like it. I like the plan.
All right, so what did you want to try and do? Were you going to accomplish that?
I know. Well, they're letting us in because they think we're gonna that we're good. They already saw us talk to the god and stuff. So if we like convince them and show them how we're gonna release the curse and stuff like that, maybe they can help us and learn information and be our like informants.
Okay.
I think Inara would like to push our luck just a little bit and be like, to the, if we're still with the council or with like the elder here or like the leader, be like, well, it's clear we've been chosen and we are here to save your Amun Ra and break his ancient curse. So I think it's only right that you provide us with some supplies on our way in, some aid, some type of boon. What can you give us to aid with our quest on your behalf?
Hmm. Well, we can give you, say, 3 days of supplies, and we'll be happy to watch your camels.
Oh,
Whatever would you like us to do beyond that?
What do you think, guys? Does that sound good?
no, that should be good. I was just wondering if you got anyone that like knows the insides pretty good that can help like draw us out a little map or describe it for us. Give us a little bit of a lay of the land, so as you say. Or if you want, someone could tag around and see and witness our heroic deeds for themselves and report back to you. Just to make sure that we're on the up and up. Yeah.
It is you who Amun Ra has chosen. We would not try and risk defiling his temple by, um, going inside. We've been here for a while to defend this, and he has never appeared to us. So clearly, you are the ones that are chosen. Um, as for inside, there is only 3 rooms inside that we are aware of. How to get beyond those 3 rooms, we do not know.
And while we explore, are there any warnings you would give or risks?
Um, the 3 rooms there are safe enough. The uh, room to the as you go up, there'll be a blah. 1 second. Yep. There is what is there? Sorry, 1 second. Burp. Burp. Too many things. There we go. Okay, cool. Dang it. What am I doing? Okay, yeah, I'm fine. There is you walk in, there is the main worship hall. And then to the east is the is basically a an I guess a another we'll say an offering temple where there are some we've made use of it for betting as well as to study some of the ancient writings on those walls. And then to the east is another offering temple where there is more writing and where we offer up sacrifices to the gods. And that is all we know about. And those rooms seem safe enough.
Awesome. Thank you for your insight. This is much appreciated. It shall turn out helpful.
Thank you. We will accept this offer and go on your behalf to explore the temple and visit with Amun-Ra in his tomb.
Peace be upon you and good luck. And he kind of motions on up to the staircase.
I don't know if people have any kind of prep they need to do or anything, but
I'll say it's a
my
new day, and I'm going to start making it a day night cycle, day and night again, just to keep my own sanity.
yeah, that was a very interesting choice by us.
So,
It makes sense, but it
I
was
think
funny.
Nat and Thardor would be interested in the translations. They seem to be really into the translation.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to stop a little early here so that they can probably be here next time, we can do that. If you want to just kind of explore those couple rooms for a few minutes, we can do that too. And, you know, just to kind of, why don't we do that? Why don't you go and check out those rooms, and that will
Yeah.
give you time to, dig in deeper from there for sure.
Sure.
Awesome.
And if you do anything that's going to be more interesting, then we'll stop there.
So I guess you can put the light back on the clown now. Unless
Sure.
someone else wants to hold the light.
Does anyone else have a light spell as opposed to like how many torches can you burn in a given day?
I don't
Nope.
remember if I have a light spell.
I do not, unfortunately. Actually, I have like thaumaturgy. I don't know if that would. That's not really a light spell, though.
I have prestidigitation that could create like a small little flame, but that could probably only light up like, a 5 foot square of me, just like, a thumb fire. Like, cool.
Because a torch only lasts, I think, for an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
And same with a bottle of oil.
And how many
So if
bottles
they
of
have
oil do
oil-
you have? Probably not that much.
Do they have like a store or something? Like, do they
I'll
have a supplies that we could buy off of them?
I will
Does that
say that they have enough give you enough torches and food for 3 days.
Torches and food. All right, cool. I can
Okay,
live with that.
you got 3 days. So if you're not out in 3 days, then you're going to be stumbling around in the dark. I don't think it will take you 3 days, but you never know. What do I know?
Boy, if we're down there for 3 days, whew, something bad happened.
Otherwise, you're stuck in a dark tomb, and you'll have to figure out how to stumble around. All right, clown, hold on 1 second. I gotta have you see the light.
Don't go into the light. Oh no.
Boo. All right, you should be good now.
All right, thank you for all the help so far. Like on the way in, he goes and like wipes off his feet and like tries to make like a show of being respectful and like cleaning off the foot, like his feet. And he's like, all right, cool. Bye.
Whoops, did I grab some more by mistake? My bad.
Yeah, you did.
My bad. I was just trying to grab the camels. We'll just park the camels over here for a later date.
So yeah, he will vomit out his baddie friend, and together they will search around the rooms and stuff.
Sure.
Or I guess will help the more prospective person search around the room. I sure hope that's not a hallway. That's looking pretty tight.
It's a little tight, but it is a hallway. So, yeah, most of them aren't that small, so you should generally be okay. It's not going to be as bad as the last one was.
He'll do the same thing as he did beforehand and send the bat up and down the hallways first.
So I'll say the room that you're in, this main worship hall, it's a fairly big room with a flat ceiling that's 20 foot high with support pillars. Both the wall and the pillars are of intricate design. And you have two corridors going east and west. As you go in, you see there's a 20-foot tall statue of a pharaoh in the center of the north wall. The statue is carved from a different stone than the rest of the walls. As the bat flies around and you look through its eyes, you see to the east side, you see a another chamber with a pharaoh, um, with a lit sacrificial altar on in front of it, and about um, 10 fanatics in the room worshiping the altar. To the west, you see another room, again, kind of similar, another statue, and you see three figures in there moving around, and some beds where people sleep. Like I said, the rooms to the east and west seem to have a fair amount of writing on the wall that will keep people busy for quite some time.
Uh, uh, so, do the fanatics look like the same cultists that we've been so friendly with, or do they look different?
They all look the same.
All right, cool.
Same clan, if that's what you're going for.
Yeah.
Do they speak the language? I think Inara may go talk to one of these cultists that are looking at the statue and ask them about the language
Sure.
that is inscribed here.
Is
Have
Claudius
you-
going in as well? Should I pull him in?
Oh,
Yeah, maybe they do they speak a language we can understand?
I'll say they speak common.
Okay.
They've already been speaking to you, so sure.
yeah. But I think Inara will ask, like, in your worship and studies, have you found the ancient writings? Have you seen what they say?
Oh, you're asking these guys?
Yeah, she wants to
Oh,
see if, like, kind of a twofold question. One is, like, if they're good at translating it, they might be able to help us. But if they can't translate it, that means that we have, like, that extra dimension of knowledge, I guess, where, like, we could use these writings if we translate them to, like, find some other secret entrance or something that the cultists would have missed if they don't know how to translate it.
the cultists generally, they preserve it. They don't necessarily try to translate the ancient writings.
Fools.
All right,
We
all
are
right.
clearly chosen above them. We shall certainly be able to enlighten them if we can make sense of these symbols.
Hold on here. Let's do this. Add page. We'll call this East Room. There's an East Room and West Room, so East. Room. Put that there, sure. And then I gotta find, that's the East, right? So East. Sure. So East has I, J, K, L, M, and that's it. And then that was the East Room. Then there's the West Room. And the restroom has C, D, and H. There you go. That'll keep him busy. Right? Whoop. So I threw it in there. I presume, even if, like, I'll presume your bat takes a little time to translate it in case you don't go in there. But I'll throw it all in there just for completeness sake. And what I might do is I'll leave Foundry up tomorrow, and that way, if people want to pop in and try to work on it, they are more than welcome.
Sweet.
Or I guess I could put it in Discord as well.
I'll at least sound the alarm in Discord that we have new cool stuff to translate.
Maybe that will be easier for you. 1 second. So it's
Yeah.
hold on 1 second. It is 8C. Give me a second. Oh yeah, this is really tiny. All right, I'll try and put it in there tonight. I gotta find the right blow up that I used of that image and then cut and paste it.
But it's all in the Foundry already, at least. So
It is in
we can look
Foundry,
at it.
and I know I cut and pasted in pieces, like so that I could give it to you, in pieces if I had to. Yeah, this will work. Hold on 1 second. I guess. You know what? I'm going to take it back. No, wait, I can do it. I can do it. Can I? You know what? I want to keep it in Discord. I'm not going to try and do this again. If I take time tonight, maybe I'll do it.
Foundry.
I'm not going to try and do it on the fly.
All good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have it in Foundry, so we can
Yeah,
always
yeah.
look there.
All good. All right. So, do you want to check out the other rooms? What do you want to do?
Guitar's
Yeah.
sticking close to the man with the torch.
Yeah, let's go talk to the one room that isn't full, but only has a couple people. You said you wanted to talk to those guys, right?
Yeah, that would be to the west.
And then we got a shift to go through these tight tunnels.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
There is
I
a
don't have
few.
centrifuges. No, it just that's an hour. Shift. Hello. Ooh, who is this? Someone new.
So, you walk in. There's a couple more of the of the cultists, and one of the leaders. And well, one of you's over there. Was everybody else? 1, 2. Where did Oh, okay, 2 of you were in there. Fine. Okay, I'm good. All right, cool. So, give me 1 second here. 3. So you can see there's a few cots on the floor. There is a couple of guards. Another leader, we'll say, is here, just kind of inspecting the ancient writings and also looking at that everything is fine in this room. And for the sake of for the sake of not having to go through too much of the role playing each time, I'll say that they give you, before you enter, they give you some sort of crest of their clan. That way, you're not marked as outsiders every time that you see these folks. Okay.
Nice.
Keeping in mind that these guys aren't necessarily friends with other people.
Yeah, we'll have to save the crest for special occasions and then hide it at all other times.
I'll try and get Claudius there just for giggles here. Zoop. Zoop. Okay. So yes, you're in the room. It's like, yes, I heard you were coming in here. We were just, praying to the old gods and just continuing to make sure the room is in the best condition it can be for such a place.
When
Yes, you're truly doing good work.
And you'll kind of notice that, well, I mean, in the other room there was some certainly rubble around from whatever damage time has done to this place. But generally speaking, like the words and stuff on these walls are, um, everything's in pretty damn good condition. Like it would make you think there's probably some sort of magic going on to keep these rooms and this condition over what has at least been a good 1,000 years or so.
Is the statue any different than the one that was in the other room?
Good question.
Or is it all like the same statues of Ra? Or is it like Ra in different positions? These type of details might be important to get us through.
So I'll say that this is a 30-foot square room with a 20-foot ceiling again, dome ceiling in this case. In the center of the north wall stands a statue of the pharaoh you have come to believe is Amun-Ra. It is formed of a different stone than the room's walls, and the walls are covered in inscriptions, and you have the bedding and so forth. So it looks, I'd say that that you believe that this is the same statue as the other ones that you are seeing from your familiar, the one in the center room and the one from the room to the east that you have not visited yet, except by bat.
All right, so like no big visible disconcertions yet. All right, cool. We're just here checking out the place, trying to figure some stuff out. Your boss gave us the walk around hall passes, so just as you were, don't mind us. We didn't mean to interrupt anything.
I think Inara will ask a quick question here of the guards or of these cultists, like specifically what the leadership we spoke with. They mentioned some the disappearance of some interlopers, some people who decided to break in and simply vanished. Do you know anything about that? Where did they go? Did they leave any clues behind? Or did they just vanish? Or did you actually find their bodies?
We did not find their bodies. We assume the spirits of Amun-Ra dealt with them, and they have never been seen again.
Any markings? Any sort of message left behind by Amun-Ra and his spirits that may have led you somewhere?
No, we have not received any messages from the ancient pharaoh.
Very well, and that is why we are his chosen. He has decided to speak to us, and that's why we will be able to find the way in. She's bragging a little bit, but
Fair enough. Hatchet
she'll
Man,
move on with everyone else.
you're trying to do a insight into anything in particular?
I was just trying to see if this was just their like rehearsed like cover story, or if it's like what everyone knows is like, yeah, no, we haven't fucking seen him, but like, yeah, everything to him checks out. Anyways, he's like, yeah, no, everything's good. Yes, so seems likely.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything in this room?
Someone should investigate other things because, like, yeah, I have no investigational skill whatsoever.
Who wants to do some investigation?
I think Inara will take a look around if there's any sort of because she's convinced that these people that disappeared did not just get spirited away here, but actually were most likely found some kind of a secret passageway or something. So she's on the lookout for that. She'll do a little a check here
Can
of
my familiar
investigation if that
that help
works.
to give them an advantage? And then, oh, never mind. You do good.
Oh yeah. Well, either way. Oh wait, that's it's a nat 20. I feel like it should like highlight on the nat 20 or something, but it's just
That's been bugged. So
it's alright.
so Zamora got a 12 and a 25. We got 2 spins. I'm confused, but that's fine.
Or I think that's Zurama and Inara.
Oh,
they're kind
sorry,
of
too many A's. You're right.
Yeah.
Certainly, Anara notices that as she's going around, the statue being made of a different stone than the rest of the temple. She takes extra look at it, and she does think there's a secret passage that you could move this statue as a way of doing a secret lever. We'll say that will move the statue in some way. Whether you want to do it in front of them, I'll leave to you. But yes, you find some way of releasing this statue.
I think Inara does not immediately let on, but when her and the rest of the group sort of start moving into the hallway where there's not anyone around, she'll kind of like under, in a quiet voice, try to share this information with the rest of the party. They can, if they want to just go right back, but she wants to duck into the hallway before she says anything about this, and then sort of also elaborate like, if we can identify or find this lever and pull it without them knowing, they will think we have a magical command here and likely give us more passageway. I think this is the best path.
All right. How about this? How about we go in asking to use like a chamber pot, or saying we need to like change or something? If they could give us a moment of privacy, just like just like I just need to like get out of there. I kind of soiled something and need to change real quick. You guys might give me a minute?
Such matters would certainly be beneath me, but if you want to do that, I suppose that can be it is a believable excuse for you, of course, not for me.
Do you want to do that before we get the rest of the people here, or do you want to check out any of the rooms? Just asking.
Yeah, maybe let's check out the other room, and then we'll come back and we can do the chamber pot special.
I like it. All right, cool.
Oops.
Oh. All right, I'll wait for everyone else.
Oh yeah. I don't know if we got everyone moving their tokens still.
Yeah, I can. Hold on a second. I'll just do this. Shh. I'll grab these two at least. Fruit.
I'll zoom out a bit so I can move a little faster. And I wasn't able to tell because I don't have as much light vision, but it did seem like there was branches to the right and left at the very entrance, but maybe that was just kind of very short dead ends.
That are
Yeah,
short
those
dead
are,
ends. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I just don't have as far a vision as you do, I think. That's cool. Oh, a lot of dudes here.
And they're doing some like active worshiping and praying and stuff. So I'm gonna make sure that we
Oh.
all know to be like quiet and respectful and not to like interrupt them per se.
Inara kind of like is almost like hovering just above the ground with her the silence of her steps here. Not literally, but just kind of more of a figurative.
Sure. In this room, you see the corridor opens to a room filled with robed figures bowing in worship towards a statue in the center of the north wall. They are chanting in unison, the sound of a mere murmur. The 30-foot square room has 20-foot walls capped with a dome ceiling. There are torches that brightly illuminate the room and the inscriptions on the walls. Um, You have the statue you believe is Amon-Ra with arms outstretched. It holds an altar bowl of blazing fire near his chest, 15 feet above the floor. A stone staircase leads up to the bowl. One of the figures, clad in what might be a clerical garb, throws an offering into the bowl. The flames leap 10 feet nearly to the dome above, obscuring the face of the statue, and die back in of an instant, and the low chant is once resumed.
So it's gonna like this is what's my guess of what's going on here. They're all making their own like little separate prayers and then sacrificing something to their god to hope that they answers their own personal prayers. Because like this kind of looks like a ceremony. Yeah, it looks like that.
I wonder if perhaps the switch or activation we're searching for is here somewhere. Perhaps if the right thing is thrown into the fire or the fire is snuffed or lit. I cannot say. The fates are clouded.
Well, maybe we could just like go in and be respectful and give our own offering up, like maybe one of those days of rations or something that they gave us, or something that we collected along the way.
I have nothing to offer here. I am the hero of the story. I should not be giving away things. We can easily match the power of this god. I'm certain of it.
You think too highly of yourself. Smack the back of the head.
Yeah, and I was just like too stuck up to listen in this moment. But she will watch kind of silently the worshipping and the scene going on without disrupting it as much as possible.
Okay, fair. Okay.
I think we may be
so that's
somewhat...
Those are the three rooms.
Yeah.
I threw Horgrim and Saf in there just to make sure they can be in the room as well. And that's probably a good spot to end it. And if folks want to do some translation, then yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anthropology. Or, I don't know what it counts as, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Sweet. Awesome. Cool,
Yeah.
Thanks.
If willing or able, I think he will try to like throw in his own like little offering and ask for Ra's help to, help us find the way into his entrance and, help him out. Like, hey bro, help bro out, help me help you, respects.
So what do you throw in?
A bunch of food, like, a day's worth of rations that, he had.
Okay. You climb the stairs and you throw the food in. The flames, flare up for a few seconds. When they come back down, the food is gone. Your sacrifice seems to been answered.
Mm-mm. All right, looking out for you, bud. And he just kind of like tips his hat and like walks down the stairs and like, yeah, all right, good to go.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Not I.
Okay. That's fine. If nothing else, we'll stop it there, and I'll see you all in about a week.
Cool.
Sure.
All right.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks. Nice session.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. Peace out.
You got it. Have a good one.